There was a thing called the comic book burning that happened in 1948 or so. I actually did some research for this video, which you will rarely see. So you can trust me, and I'm confident with 70% of what I'm talking about. So, if you want to know why people were burning these graphic novels like they were in the Qin Dynasty, we have to go back a few years or so. Back in the 1940s or so, it was the golden age of comic books. I said I did some research, not a lot. This was back when time travel wasn't invented yet. Comics were the lead entertainment back then, but other sources of entertainment were like radios, so I can see why reading was the cool thing back then. But there was a select amount of people who we'll call the no fun gang. These people thought comics encouraged violence and murder or something. So some of them started, burning books. So that was fun. Most of the people in the no fun gang were either parents or Christians. Not trying to be a religionist, I am a mere presenter of information. But seriously, I should have expected it from them. But a major character in the No Fun Gang was Frederick Wortham. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And look at his face. He looks like the embodiment of no fun. I don't know. I'm just really angry for the thing he's about to do that I'm gonna tell you. He studies, like, psychopaths or something, and he realized psychopaths read comics, like 90% of the population at that time. He said in his research that if you read comics, you're likely gonna turn into a psychopath. And people were like, yup, that checks out. Actually, I read comics, so his research must have had some truth in it. Anyways, it was all in his book called Seduction of the Innocent. He also said Batman and Robin are gay, and so is Wonder Woman. I couldn't even make that a joke. So eventually, a thing called the Comic Code Authority comes out. Basically, if a comic book is stamped by the Comic Code Authority, it means that comic book has no nudity, torture, drugs, and gay people. Cause we don't want any gay people in media, and there shouldn't be any gay people in any future media. This basically just drained all the fun from comic books. Curse you, Frederick Wortham! The comic book business was freaking out at this point, which, if I was in their situation, I would have acted totally differently. Yo guys, chill. I see this as a total win. We angered parents and Christians. This is basically rap music, but in the 50s. What are you talking about? But the story has a good ending. A bunch of comic book creators, including the man, the myth, the legend, Stan Lee, decided, F you, Comic Code Authority, you can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna make a Spider-Man comic about drugs, and people will buy it cause it's fudging Spider-Man, and nothing can stop him from making money. So then the CCA was like, oh crud, people aren't listening to us, and the comics are fun again. Dang it! And some other junk happened, and the Comic Code Authority ended in 2011. I don't know how much of what I just rambled is actually correct. Hopefully, most of it. I actually started reading this online article about it, but then I realized I hate reading and I tried to find a YouTube video on it, but I couldn't find anything, so I had to actually read, which did not make my mood any better. Also, before I go, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is not approved by the Comic Code Authority. I think that was just an aesthetic choice.